Yeah, Solid Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep, go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laps in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know. Do not change the channel. Do not turn it off. You are not seeing the mirage. This is live. And yes, the late night Owl Show is going live right now in the morning. Yes, I'll explain. Everybody, hey, world, good morning. Good morning. Happy Taco Tuesday. Look, I know, I normally don't, go live at this time. This is a late night Owl Show. But got off work. I was watching the national championship game. Was watching some WWE Raw. Both went off. And I was tired, so I went to bed. Woke up early this morning. I was like, you know what? I owe my peoples a show. So I'm going to give you a show. Not your normal time, but you're going to get a show. All right? Hey, thank you for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Tap in with your boy, Wildcard Mar. You can tap in with me personally on my Twitter page, KC Wildcard Mar. Or do me a favor, most importantly, go on over to I.O.W. Sports Network. Like, share, subscribe, and join the movement. Yo, what's good? What's happening? What's happening? Good morning to you. All right, what's happening? I'm happening. Where's your taco, my brother? Hey, look, my brother, when you get a taco, I get a taco. We all have tacos. It's Taco Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday to you, Kevin Abreu. I know that last name. I know how to say that last name. Hi, Kevin Abreu. Shout out to you. Daisy, how you doing? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Hey, look, again, not your normal typical show, but look, I got to start right here. All right. Y'all see the headlines. Obviously, I'm a wrestling fan. We're going to talk some WrestleMania, the road to WrestleMania. Definitely going to talk about the national championships, the men and the women's national championships that went down this weekend. We got a lot to talk about that. All right. All right. We got a lot to talk about. So let's get to it. But I want to start right here with this new segment that I got, all right? It's a new segment. I'm a baseball fan, y'all. Well, I'm a sports fan, all right? This is a sports network. I talk all kind of sports, mainly football, talk some basketball, talk some baseball. I even talk hockey. I talk Olympics. I talk it all. But lately, I've been talking a lot of baseball because baseball, between the World Baseball Classic, the regular season kicking off, it's that time of year that baseball is doing the things. Yes. Hey, we'll talk about WrestleMania later in the show. So if you're sticking around, do me a favor, stick around and we'll talk WrestleMania. But hey, I'm a big Tribal Chief fan. I am. Can't lie. But I will be honest, I was a Tribal Chief fan. I wasn't. Again, we'll talk wrestling, but I'm just going to give you this disclaimer. I'm a Tribal Chief fan. I was not a Big Dog fan. All right. There's different characters, Roman Reigns, in his career. Some of it, majority of it, I didn't like. But I like the Tribal Chief, head of the table character that he did once he joined with Paul Heyman. Hey, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about that. I want to get to this. I want to get to this first. All right. Because, hey, you got me excited talking about wrestling. We'll get to it. I know. I'm excited too. But look, I've been on baseball's head, all right? And here's the reason why. It's because they finally gave us something after 123, 150 plus years of helping the process of calling balls and strikes. The ABS, automated ball and strike system. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right. And you got these old timer umpires who are retired or no longer part of the game, and they just salty and they butt hurt. Oh, you're embarrassing us. You're doing this, you're doing that. All right, so here's my new segment. All right, when I see a clip and I come on to the show to record, go live, I'm going to share with you guys reasons why ABS is here and reason why it needs to stay. And for conversation purposes, I even said last week, I'm okay with getting rid of the home plate umpire. All in all, get rid of them. Obviously, there's a first base, third base umpires. They call in the fair foul balls down the foul line. That's cool. Obviously, you got an umpire behind second base. He's calling outs in the outfield and whatnot. Cool. All right, your crew chief, whatever. Cool. I'm talking specifically the home plate umpire, the guy behind the catcher. That is behind the home plate. And he's over here calling balls and strikes. And that's his one job. That's his one job. His main objective of his job is to do that. All right. And we've had a problem with baseball for 150 plus years with that process. And so when ABS came around, I was happy about it. I've been excited about it. And I think it's been working great for Major League Baseball. And I'm going to give you the reasons why ABS needs to stay. Because, ladies and gentlemen, here's a reason, and I don't know if it's another reason or if you add a number to, but I will say this: it's a reason why it's here. It's a reason why ABS is here, and I'm going to make sure that every time I go live, I'm going to make sure you get every last reason. And here's probably reason so far in this early season, it's probably reason number 25,000. I'm exaggerating, but it's probably some few reasons on why we got ABS. Here's another reason.
Ooh. Yeah, right there. I wondered, did he get it in time? He did. Challenge. Yeah, I thought he was going to challenge that from get. That looked like a cutter that stayed right there on the plate.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to pause it. Reason why I'm pausing it right there, ladies and gentlemen, is because that's reason number 50,822 on why ABS is in MLB. And reason number 2,843 on why ABS needs to stay. And reason number 5,844 on why I am a component of getting rid of the home plate umpire. All in all. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am not saying that we need to have these umpires, these home plate umpires. They need to be perfect. I'm not asking of that because they are human. I'm human. I'm not perfect. You're a human. You're not perfect. That person's human. They're not perfect. That person's human. We're not perfect. I'm not asking for perfection. I'm asking for as accurate as possible, and I'm asking for consistency. That is it. All right? Accuracy and consistency. That's it. All right? The accuracy in this moment right here is bad. All right? This is the shit that I'm talking about on why ABS is so important to the game of baseball. I'm sorry. I'm getting my sports mixed up because I'm so excited. But the fact of the reason why is because of stuff like this. That is a complete strike. I don't care if you're playing in Florida, Texas, California, Missouri, where I'm from, Kansas, the state next to me that I live in. I don't care if you're in Colorado, Wyoming. You can be in the North Pole, South Pole, Antarctica. You can go to Santa's factory in the North Pole. I don't care where it's at. Japan, China, Russia. All right. It don't matter where you go worldwide, that is a strike. And the fact that we had to challenge a call that should have been really easily called correctly, and the fact that he had to use a challenge is the reason why we need to keep the ABS, and the reason why it's here, and the reason why it should be the main component when it comes to calling balls and strikes. Because this is now 150 plus years, 123 plus years in Major League Baseball that this process is not working. It ain't working. It's failed. It's broken. And the fact that this has been carried on for 100 plus years, to me, is asinine. At one point, do you say, hey, something's not working. Let's try to fix it. Hey, let's tweak it. Do we got another version of this? Do we got another option of this? A better one that's going to give us close to accuracy and consistency as possible? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's here. And here's why it needs to stay. Because of shit like this. Why did the catcher have to use an ABS challenge? Why? This is a clear strike. Oh my God.
Yep, that was a strike for sure.
And what really
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Watch the reaction right there. And Nick's like, that's got to be a strike. Wait, you didn't call that? Remember last time when the ball was thrown?
Yeah, the Geno thing, we talked about it in the first.
Crazy, bro. Crazy. All right. It is absolutely crazy that you got to go this deep, or as in the player, you got to really challenge something that should have been as easy as ABC 1, 2, 3. All strike. That's it. Again, I'm not asking for perfection. I'm asking for accuracy and consistency. That is it. You're human. I get it. We're human. We make mistakes. I understand. And to all my purist baseball fans, don't try to act like y'all, don't mess up the game. Don't take the home plate umpire out of the game. He's part of the game. It's tradition. It's history. All right, my purists, we got to relax, because the same purists that I hear talking about don't mess with the game because it messes with tradition are the same purists who are talking about this system just like I am. They are the same purists that have been pissed off about how inaccurate and inconsistent home plate umpires been for the last 123 plus years. So miss me with that. Either get with the times, you got the technology to do it, get with it. Get with it. You got to, come on now. It's 2026. It's too much technology. It's too much cameras. It's too much tools at our, at our fingertips to use to make sure we get the stuff right. It's just too much. You got too much out there that can help you make things right. Hell, AI's been running the world. Why don't y'all get AI to do it? I mean, I'm pretty sure they're probably using some AI in this ABS system integrated somehow. I'm pretty sure. Again, I'm not a tech guy, so I don't know what technology they're using. Obviously, I know there's a whole bunch of cameras, some software and computers and shit. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's some AI intelligence, artificial intelligence helping with that. I wouldn't be surprised. AI is running the world right now, especially in America. All right? That's how we get down. We like to use shit that makes it easy for us, right? So if this is ABS, it's making it easier for you home plate umpires, stop acting like you're so embarrassed, Mr. Garcia. I remember your comments. Well, because you make calls like that. A complete strike. Even Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, any blind person of any noteworthy of significance can tell you that was a strike. Hell, that it could be a random blind guy on the street. He could tell you that was a strike. Ain't even got to be a celebrity blind month to tell you that was a strike. You just be a blind person and say, oh yeah, that's a strike. Come on, man. What are we doing? Umpires. But don't feel bad, because your life ain't as bad as these refs in the NFL. All right. And I don't mean to get off subject, but I've talked about it before with the NFL and the refs. Woo! You know, I'm gonna say that because I think there's some things that need to go a little bit deeper on that. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But let's move on because we got some other stuff to talk about. All right. It's a Final Four weekend, y'all. Final Four weekend, y'all. Did you enjoy it? Did you love it? Well, I'm gonna start right here with the men's. All right. I'm gonna start with the men's Final Four. And I just gotta say this. No surprise after the national championship last night that Michigan, and speaking of the national championship last night, I thought it was a phenomenal game. We had some very I consumed a lot of drama from that game. Between Michigan being so dominant throughout the whole tournament, it's crazy. Like, they were dominant. This is how dominant they were. So y'all remember back in the days, elementary school, middle school, high school, even. All right. You see the bully, the biggest bully on the block. You know, he about 6'2", 220. He played football. Might have a little roid rage. You know, probably got some mommy or daddy issues, whatever. And the big bully at the school, right? And he beating up everybody, pow, 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 just being a bully. All right. That was teams like Arizona, teams like UConn, you know. And here comes Michigan. And they look at that big bad bully, and then they step up to that big bad bully and say, hey, you may be a big bad bully. I'm a bigger, badder bully than you. That's Michigan. That's how it was this whole tournament. If you thought you was the biggest, the baddest, the meanest, the EST of the NCAA, well, guess what? Michigan said, well, you right here, and anything you can do, we can do better. Oh, you think you're the meanest? Oh, we meanest early. We're meaner than you. You think you the baddest? Oh, damn it, we damn sure better than you. You think you the toughest? You ain't got nothing on our toughness. Think you the whatever you think you is, we better. And Michigan proved it throughout the whole tournament. It's not like the national championship game came down and all of a sudden they was like, nah, we just now being dominant in the national championship game. No, they was whooping ass during the whole damn tournament. Michigan was whooping ass through the whole damn tournament, y'all. If you thought you had a chance, don't run up against Michigan. They sent you packing. Arizona was a bully. I mean, Arizona was kicking everybody's ass. Had damn near 5, 6, 7 guys in double figures. Defense is out of the world. Offense was just crazy. The defense were turning on offense, and they would run cats out the gym. They was running cats out of the tournament quick. Double-digit wins. Probably never trailed until they met up against Michigan. And Michigan said, damn it, we the big dogs on this joint right here, and they proved it every time. It's one thing to beat, certain teams. It's another to beat the bullies. It was beating the bullies. Michigan was beating the better teams of NCAA this season, whooping their ass. And it culminated last night. Because we can say whatever we want. Michigan, in my opinion, had full control of that game from beginning to end. I know there were some moments UConn was leading early in the first, made it competitive in the second half. Yes. But did y'all not get that same sense from, at least I felt it, that, hey, no matter what UConn do, and I will give UConn their credit, I'll get to them in a second, whatever UConn does, it just doesn't matter. Because everything that UConn tried to do is not like Michigan didn't have an answer for it. UConn would go on a run. Michigan was like, all right, that was cute. We're going to have a little run too. We going to, If we're gonna do this tit for tat back and forth, all right, that's cool. And then when it came down to the nitty gritty of things, the things that really separated it was the defense. All right, is UConn a good defensive team? Yes. They're a good offensive team. Yes. All right, Michigan is a good offensive team, but damn it, they're a damn good defensive team. Because you can even make a case that Michigan's offense didn't play to their fullest potential last night. Is that fair to say? I think it's fair to say. But you know what didn't lack? You know what didn't change? You know what stayed consistent for Michigan from round 1 through the national championship is they damn defense. That 7'2" little lanky boy Mara in the middle, problem. He gonna be a problem. Now, and sometimes I might say some stuff and I might jump out there. All right. So that's why y'all got to make sure y'all reel me back in and say, whoa, Mara, chill, relax. I'm not saying the guy Mara is going to be an absolute stud superstar in the future of his basketball career. But what I'm saying is you get the right nutrition people around him. You get the right coaching around him. You get him with the right franchise. Just saying. I'm not saying the guy could be a Wembanyama. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. So relax, y'all. What I'm saying is a 7'2" guy that can affect the scoreboard offensively and defensively might be a person you might want to take a look at adding to your roster. Just saying. He might blow up like a Wembanyama, or he's gonna take a while like a Taco Fall. Look, all I'm saying is he might be a Bobo. I don't know. Again, there's a lot of circumstances that goes around the, trajectory or future of Mr. Marr. But I like what he was doing in the tournament. He was affecting opponent's offense with his spectacular defense. Was a rim protector for sure. All right. You know what time it was. You get past that free throw line, you better have your antennas on high alert. Morris, something down there lurking somewhere. All right. It wasn't too often you caught him in the switch where he was out of position and not near the block. It wasn't too in the paint. Too many opportunities like that were happening for UConn or anybody for that matter. So all I'm saying is that, hey, I was a franchise that had faith in my coaching and pieces around him, and I've gotten the right free agents or trades, whatever. Got the right roster, constructed around him. Just saying, you might be able to do some things with Mr. Marr. Just saying. Just saying. What's wrong with him having the same impact of a Chet Holmgren? Is Chet Holmgren not important to the Oklahoma City Thunder? Don't get me wrong, they got a lot of talent on that roster. They do. They got an MVP on that roster. They do. All I'm saying is Chet is just as important to that construction of that roster as anybody else. Is he not? Do the Thunder win that championship last year without Chet Holmgren? Y'all think about that. Y'all ponder on that. And if Mara can have just a impact of a Chet Holmgren, I think that's a succession. Chet Holmgren is showing his worth right now. Obviously, he has a lot more to show. There's a lot more left to prove. All right. But I'm just saying. Yeah, no. All right. But let's flip this coin because I want to talk about UConn too. I talked about UConn leading up to the the Final Four, NCAA Final Four. And I just as much as I was impressed with how Michigan's defense was able to carry the weight of the team in the national championship, in my opinion, I thought the defense carried the weight of that team in a business when the offense wasn't, clicking on all cylinders, but the defense didn't seem to, lack. My thing about UConn is, and specifically Dan Hurley, and I talked about it last week. How can you not be impressed with the job that he has done? 2 national championships. And I got to correct myself. I said he had a chance to three-peat last year. Well, he kind of did, but they got bumped out the second round. All right. And then had an opportunity to win it on Monday night. So 3 national championship appearances in the last 4 years. 3 in the last 4 years. 2 championships back to back. This is a 4-year span. I mean, I'm not saying he's building a dynasty, but damn it, he's building a winning program right in the middle of name, image, and likeness and transfer portal culture. I mean, do we not understand how hard that is as sports fans? And I get it, we're sports fans, so we're not in those rooms with Dan Hurley to understand what it's like to. I mean, we got an idea, right? I'm gonna put it to you this way: when Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski, said, "Hey, man, it's time for me to go," Jim Boeheim, Syracuse, Roy Williams, UNC. I mean, we talking about old school heads, blue blood coaches of the sport in NCAA walking away because the NIL transfer portal culture. All right, that transfer portal and this NIL culture is different. You don't believe me? Ask Nick Saban. Don't believe me? Ask Coach K. Don't believe me? Ask Roy Williams. Once they notice that, hey, man, the playing field's getting even. Because these cats ain't got to go to Alabama to play football to get his name, image, and likeness popping. He can get an NIL check anywhere. All right? He ain't got to go to Duke or Carolina to be popping in basketball, to get his name, image, and likeness popping. Playing field got even. I don't got to go to Kansas, Carolina, Duke to even possibly not just win a national championship, but just to get the buzz around my name popping. You ain't got to. I ain't got to go to these blue bloods no more. I ain't got to go to Alabama for football to get a possibility of winning a national championship or making a lot of money off my name, image, and likeness. It ain't like that no more. And I'm okay with it. But I'm giving Dan Hurley a lot of respect because I think it is absolutely phenomenal for him to have built so much success in a short amount of time in the middle of NIL transfer portal culture. I think it's phenomenal because this culture in NCAA makes it so hard for you to build a team. You can get stars. You can get your one and dones, your All-Americans, your McDonald's All-Americans. You can get them. That's not the problem. You don't have to pay a lot of money for them, but you can get them. I'm talking about the construction of a team and the construction of people who might be around 3-4 years. And that's pretty primarily what Dan Hurley has been able to do, is somehow keeping guys around for at least 3 to 4 years. And it's been working out for him because here you have continuity, you have familiarity, some people that you have rapport with. You got a rapport with them. Got that chemistry. We've been rocking. We've been in the trenches with each other for a few years. We know how to really get down with each other. Matter of fact, we might even have telekinesis. We could talk and communicate with each other without even saying a damn word. That comes with having people around the same program for years. And in NIL and transfer portal culture, it's kind of hard to build that because there's a lot of people that's going to be willing to jump ship because there's another university paying them more. It's going to be, hell, let me get my money real quick and go to the NBA. That's just what it is. You still got to deal with one and done. So I give Dan Hurley a lot of credit, man, for building what he has built in UConn. You ain't gotta like him. That's fine. But if you're a sports fan, you talk sports. I think we all gotta respect what Dan Hurley has been doing because, hey, come on. It took NIL and transfer portal culture took away our greats. I know at some point it has to end, but do you think Coach K might kind of still be around? Don't you think Roy Williams kind of still might be around? Jim Boeheim still might be around? Nick Saban might still be around if we didn't have so much of this NIL and transfer portal culture? Possibly. I don't want to assume because y'all know it makes an ass out of you, not me. But I'm just saying, as human, human thought process. That's how I usually kind of come up with my takes with this. I'm thinking like a human, guys. Like at some point in time, like you got to look at the scene and be like, yo, I can't deal with this. I'm too old school, too old head. You know? What do you mean? How much you gonna make? What do you mean? Like, come on, have y'all not been paying attention to the culture in college sports? They are literally hiring general managers to run your athletic program as if it is a professional program, as if you're running something. As if you're running the Kansas City Chiefs, you're running the Kansas City Royals, you're running the LA Lakers, you're running the Yankees. They got general managers at Alabama, UConn, Kansas, whatever, North Carolina. Universities have general managers like crazy to run the program. I just think there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying it's part of the culture change in collegiate sports. That's part of it. And for Dan Hurley to come up with this amount of success over this time period that he's been the coach at UConn, to me speaks volumes. And he should be praised for it. I know he gets a lot of flack for his personality and his demeanor and the way he comes off. I don't care. I know if I had a son and he was thinking about going somewhere, I'll look at Dan Hurley first because the guy can coach, right? That the true, like for me, the true meaning of just all of this is that, and if you don't take away anything, take away that Dan Hurley can coach his ass off and able to survive in this culture in college sports and to thrive. Not just survive. We ain't talking about, you kind of surviving. No. They thriving in this NIL transfer portal culture. It starts with Dan Hurley. So just give him his credit. Give him his credit. All right. But great men's tournament overall. Now it's time to talk about the ladies. And look, the national championship fell short. All right. Congratulations to the UCLA Bruins. The ladies did a phenomenal job. Rocked it, balled, and they dominated. And I'm apologizing to you right now, UCLA, is because majority of this conversation for the next few minutes about the women's national championship, unfortunately, is not going to be about you. And I'm going against my morals because it should be about you. It should be about how the UCLA Lady Bruins dominated a dominating program. Just a few minutes ago, how I was talking about how Michigan walked up to the biggest, baddest bullies in a tournament and said, you think you bad? I'm badder. You think you tough? I'm tougher. You think you mean? I'm meaner. And you saw what Michigan did. I think UCLA kind of almost did the similar thing, especially in the national championship game. Because when you think about the women's game, there's a few programs for sure you're going to, pop into your mind. Right now, South Carolina is one of them. Some LSU, obviously some UConn. you know. But my thing is, with South Carolina and Dawn Staley and what she's building down there, a juggernaut, a consistent winner, they got the doors blown off on them. They got outplayed. And all my Dawn Staley lovers, I love Dawn Staley too. Don't get mad. She got outcoached. Clearly period. Got outplayed. Got outcoached. Got your ass kicked. All right? Might have better call the National Guard. Call the dogs off. It was an ass whooping. And I got to say this real quick. All right? Despite the result of the game of UConn, of UCLA and South Carolina, despite the outcome, I thought it was a highly anticipated championship game. I would have preferred that on Easter Sunday, that game would have been played in prime time. Say 7 Eastern. Everybody's at the crib, starting to relax, boom, 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 blase, blase. And, you know, I work on Sundays. So I turn my phone, and it's probably 4:30 Central Standard Time. So that'd be 5:30 East Coast time. Game was damn near almost over. I was highly disappointed in the NCAA of literally taking their starting time of that game and putting it in the middle of the afternoon on Easter Sunday. Do you know what's going on Easter Sunday? Families are together. You're doing egg hunts, Easter egg hunts, probably barbecuing, grilling. It's a gather. It's a whole, and I'm not saying the TV wouldn't have been on. My main point is why in the hell, NCAA, did you not have your national championship game that has featured Dawn Staley in South Carolina, which is a needle mover of itself, and UCLA, which has shown that they can play with the best of the best? The matchup was set for you. It didn't matter. Come on. To me, it mattered the time that you put it on, because I wanted to watch it. I wanted to make sure that I was, honed in, because I forgot to look at the start time, because in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, for sure they're going to show this thing at 7 Eastern, maybe 8 Eastern, to make sure that they get, bulk of the East Coast, bulk of the West Coast, bulk of the Central. I thought they'd get bulk of America and sitting in a primetime slot. They had this joker early in the afternoon, bro. I was disappointed in NCAA. I don't know the reasons why they picked that time. Me personally, what did you have to really come back? Here's my thing. I think the viewership wise, you could have done numbers to compete with any Major League Baseball game. This is how I feel. Because the facts are, even in recent history, the women's NCAA tournament has been doing numbers. And baseball right now have always had a problem of trying to attract the bigger numbers, keep them consistent, rise them up. That's why Major League Baseball is in this whole reinventing phase right now, because they're trying to attract the younger generation, a younger demographic, because a lot of your baseball fans are old. They're old, right? They old and grumpy. That's why they mad about certain shit that the Major League Baseball is doing right now. You're messing with our tradition, right? And you forget about the business part is we got to grow the sport. We got to grow our content to get a different demographic to expand, get more money, make improvements. Hell, make sure that the sport's around for another 100+ years. All right? And so for me, as big as it was to have South Carolina in the national championship with Dawn Staley there, all right? You thinking the juggernaut is just going to blow the doors off? At least a lot of people thought they were going to blow the doors off of UCLA. Easy, another national championship for Dawn Staley and USC. Didn't happen that way. got out coached, outperformed, outplayed, out everything. All right. Defense was immaculate for UCLA. Had South Carolina offense in disarray. They were taking low percentage shots because the defense of UCLA forced them into them. It was just a dress down. It was just a clinical dress down. All right. And I think some of that is because I think Dawn was still a little distracted mentally from the situation that happened that Friday night with her and Gino Auriemma. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be honest with y'all. That whole situation with Gino and Dawn, it's par for the course. Is it not? And I'm talking about on the behavior of Gino Auriemma. Huh? There was another famous women's basketball coach that he did not get along. Yeah. R.I.P. to the great Pat Summitt. Now on surface level, yeah, it looked like it was just competitive beef, right? It looked like something that was just, hey, we got the alpha and omegas of our sport and the coaching, and they are just going at it. They're recruiting the same stars, you know. It's a recruiting war. Who's going to get the best recruiting class? You know, who's going to get the most championships? It was a great one, a great beef. But it's par for the course for Gino Auriemma. All right? It just is. All right? I'm just going to be honest with you. I came across this clip. Shout out to All the Smoke, Stacks, Matt Barnes. They had Candace Park on. And she kind of brought some light to the situation, which I thought was necessary. All right? I thought it was necessary. All right? And I'm going to play this clip. And it's kind of speak to what we talking about. All right? It's going to kind of speak to what we talking about. All right? Let's rock it. Let's rock it. All right. Here we go.
Pat didn't fuck with Gino.
That's why I don't.
Asking somebody, how come that person doesn't like you? I don't know. That's their problem. I like me.
I think Gino knows why, but I'm not going to be the one to talk about it. And if he wants to talk about it, then he can do so.
What if you're driving down a dark highway in Tennessee, car broken down? It's Gino. Do you drive by? Do you stop?
Well, I stop and ask if I can help you.
I'd walk.
That's why I don't. I love that. Volume, yeah. Okay.
It's crazy though, because I'm covering some of their games this year, so it's gonna be really awkward in the coaches meeting. But I can separate work and liking somebody.
But that
some people can't. But I can separate if I don't like you, and I can still do my job.
That's good beef though. Pat and Gino.
No, I thought it was good beef too until the beef became personal, and then I was like, damn, guess it ain't good beef.
When slugs start being
Oh
shot.
my damn, okay. This is crazy.
Do you have any thoughts on kind of what happened at the end of the UConn South Carolina game where Dawn and Gino kind of butted heads?
I think in time you see people's colors over and over and over again, and there can be a separation of time with that, but the colors always come to light. And I think the colors were shown yesterday on both sides, right? However you want to take that.
Oh, Candace, thanks for the nuggets, baby. That's why you set it up, the alley-oop. I appreciate that. Because when she talking about the colors, true colors on either side, show up time and time after again, it did. But Dawn Staley, consummate professional. All right? Now, I know she had a little lapse and I know y'all seen the video circulating. I will beat Gino's ass. I thought she really would. Gino might want to chill. You sure you want that? That smoke with Dawn? I mean, Dawn playing football with the South Carolina team. Y'all saw the touchdown pass spring game a few years ago. Did she chest bump? They in full pass. She chest bumped her. She ain't scared to get contact with the fellas. She from North Philly. Shout out to my Philadelphians. Y'all know what's really good. I've been to Philly. Y'all a disgusting ass city. Ooh, it's trash. Ugh. I didn't mean to shit on y'all city that bad, but it's trash. Y'all got potholes the size of a swimming pool in y'all roads. I drove my car out there 2 years ago for WrestleMania, and my car ain't been right ever since. My alignment been fucked up. I swear I hit one pothole. I thought my engine was about to fall out. The trans was about to fall out. Boom, boom. I said, oh, shit. Did my transmission go through? Did my engine block fall out? My bad, Philly. I didn't mean to shit in y'all city, but it's for real, though. I don't know how y'all live there. But regardless, Candace Parker was right. True colors always stay the same and show them and reveal themselves time and time again. Again, Dawn City has always been professional and has always been, real, and not just a student of the game, but a believer in the respect and the integrity in the of the game. She's always shown that. All right. And so that's always been her. And what Candace is saying is, or what we saw on Friday between Gino and Don, and what Gino and what his behavior is, that's par for the core, right? He's an asshole. He's a dickhead. All right, let's just call a spade a spade. All right? His apology was just as bad. All right? His apology was just as bad. Like my thing is if you know you effed up, bro, like, just say it. And he really went around without really saying it. He danced around it. He's all right. So here was his apology. There's no excuse for how I handled the end of the game versus South Carolina. It's unlike what I do. Is that so? And what our standard is here at Connecticut. I want to apologize to the staff and the team at South Carolina. It was uncalled for in how I reacted. The story should be how well South Carolina played, and I don't want my actions to detract from that. I've had a great relationship with their staff, and I sincerely want to apologize to them. If contradictions was a person, because you contradicted the hell out of yourself, Gino, with that statement. Ooh, Gino. The true colors are showing, my pimp. But I gotta say this, I'm not bothered by it. You know why I'm not bothered by it? Because people show you who they are time and time again. It is up to you to accept that person for what they are. If a month tell you he a piece of shit, ladies, he's a piece of shit. Don't try to turn that man into a house husband thinking he's going to give you the world. You better be ready for a lot of heartbreak and sorrow, because he told you and he showed you exactly who he was. Fellas, y'all know my cardinal rule. Y'all know my number one rule. Never try to turn a hoe to a housewife, all right? Fellas, she shows you who she was. You put a ring on a hoe, don't get mad when your bros is running through your house. When you ain't home. Getting out. She showed you who she was. It's always up to you as an individual to accept people for who they are. They showed you, they told you exactly who they were. Gino's been like this 30 plus years on the sideline, being a dickhead, being an asshole. But damn it, he's a winning one. And that's why his behavior has always been that way over the years, because he wins. He wins. I'm not saying it absolves him. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it excuses his behavior. That's not what I'm saying, because it doesn't. It shouldn't. But there's leeway. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's not act like there's leeway in life to certain people because there is a something that they provide, a service, something that is brought to the table by them to let them have that leeway of behaving and acting like that. Gino has gone checked for years in NCAA women's basketball about his behavior because he wins. They're not going to let a coach act like this if he's a bum. They're not going to let a coach behave like this if he's not a winner. It happens at your job. Does it not? The person, if you were in the sales job, the person that has the most sales, but he's a downright dirty, low-down scoundrel, piece of shit motherfucker. He gets leeway with the bosses. You know why? He makes their pockets fatter. Gets leeway. Gino has gone unchecked for years because he wins. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it absolves his behavior. That's just, it is what it is. One thing that I don't like is when it comes to how we cover the sports. And this is why I apologize to you earlier, UCLA. It's because I should have been talking about your great performance for the last 10, 15 minutes and how you took down a juggernaut in South Carolina, how you beat a great coach in Dawn Staley. I should have been talking about that for the last 15 minutes. But I fell into the same trap that the same national media did because didn't y'all see the press conference after the women's national championship? Dawn Staley is probably hurt. She's got to be feeling hurt inside because she knows she got outcoached. She's got to be feeling hurt inside because she knows her ladies just got outplayed. And she has to be distraught because she looks at that scoreboard and they got their ass kicked with a national championship on the line. And it's coming off the heels of this bullshit with her and Gina. And Gino ain't even there. Gino been back home since Friday night. And even after the game, even after a demoralizing loss, a demoralizing ass kicking, a beatdown, got outcoached, outplayed, outperformed, out everything. And the first few questions motherfuckers got the audacity to ask is, did Gino reach out to you yet? Huh? And again, like Candace Parker said, time after time, people will show you their true colors. And even in that moment, Dawn Staley said, hey, I ain't really talked to him, but hey, man, we should be talking about how USC lost. Let's talk about that. How I got out coached and my girls got outplayed. How about we talk about how phenomenal UCLA played and how they won, and that it should be about them. So shout out to Dawn Staley for even taking that moment right then and there to say, hey, man, we focus on the wrong shit. So again, apologize to UCLA women's basketball team. I apologize because I should have been talking about you. I should have been. Shame on me. Shame on those reporters asking Dawn Staley those damn questions after a defeat, talking about Gino. This motherfucker ain't even in the national championship game. He ain't even here. He's already been defeated, been sit packing. And we just had a national championship game. And why is that even part of the conversation? Woo. All right. So real quick. All right. Y'all know me. I'm a wrestling fan. I'm a wrestling head. So for the last 5 minutes of the show, I just got to say this. I'm in the road to Mania. Starting to heat up. Starting to cook. Obafemi, Brock Lesnar, main event it. Whatever, and shout out to ESPN and WWE. I love the partnership that they got going on. 9:35 this morning on Get Up Eastern Time. So within actually 7 minutes from now, they're going to reveal Saturday nights and Sunday nights matches. And I'm hoping you're listening, WWE TKO. Please put Obafemi Brock Lesnar on Saturday night. All right, please, I am begging you to put them on Saturday night because those two fellas because they have done the best job of selling this fight, selling their match. Brock Lesnar is a big match seller. He's a genius at it. He knows how to sell them. You got Paul Heyman by his side. He knows how to sell big matches. Oh, we got the up and coming rising star. That is Obafemi. He's getting lessons in how to sell a big fight. This is a big fight. Give it to us. Main event, Saturday night. Stop. Don't mess around with it. Don't try to have no type of ideas or what you think should be Saturday night main event. Oh, we should give it to this and this person. They've earned it, the opportunity. No. Mm-mm. F all of that. Wildcard Mar, as one of your greatest wrestling fans, tenured. I've been a wrestling fan forever. I am begging you. I am asking you, WWE, Oba Brock, Saturday night main event. Make it happen. And hopefully in the next few minutes, they reveal that for your Saturday night main event. I thought they were doing a phenomenal job selling this match. And then the contract signing, which was in wrestling world, is just a fancy way of saying we're going to look at each other and then beat the shit out of each other. So love contract signings in wrestling terms. And then, of course, big one, CM Punk, Roman Reigns. Yes, sir. Main event, that's automatic main event Sunday night. We not stupid. Come on, don't even mess with it. Don't even try. Nope. But I will say this. I'm going to say this. Hey, man. That man CM Punk cooking on that promo last night. A pipe bomb-esque, not quite pipe bomb, because a pipe bomb that he did a few years ago that made him famous was kind of organic, in my opinion. They probably planned it backstage, but the way that it was presented, it was so organic. Yeah, this one obviously was a planned pipe bomb. It was a good one. My man said that you had an old man convince you he was sucking on his teeth and had you eating dog food. Ooh. Damn, Punk. Y'all supposed to make it seem like y'all don't really like each other. The way y'all promo and make me think y'all really don't like each other. Which is, they doing their job. That's how it's supposed to go, y'all. But one thing I do want to bring up real quick before we get out of here about Punk's promo, the prices. I think he did a good job of throwing some messages. Whether it was TKO to catch him or WWE. Or hell, both to catch those messages. Hey, look. I was willing to pay the prices I paid for my Mania tickets that I will be at in 2 weeks because I love wrestling. I love pro wrestling. All right? And I can afford it. So I didn't have no problem. But I'm like, why the price had to be that high? Because I'm still cheap. But at the same time, you're looking at a program in WrestleMania, which is supposed to be the Super Bowl in WWE, and it ain't sold out. We're 2 weeks away, and it ain't sold out. See, the WWF, back then, the naming rights, I know it's been changed, that I grew up on, ain't never had no problem selling on WrestleMania. The WWE that I grew up watching as a teenager, really didn't have no problem selling on WrestleMania. Well, we having problems this year selling WrestleMania, right? Oh, look at the damn ticket prices. Hit it on the head. Look at the ticket prices. Do something about it. So this just wasn't about entertainment and all that purposes. It was also sending a message. Hey, man, y'all wildin' TKO, WWE. Get back to the basics. I love it. Road to Mania's cooking up, baby. Cooking up. I can't wait to get out there. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. But look, it's unexpected. Felt it in my bone that I need to give y'all a show after missing last night. It felt good. Felt good to be out here. And yeah. But don't get used to this. Me doing shows in the morning. This was a one-off. I felt it in my spirit that I needed to hop on here. But hey, I appreciate y'all tapping in. It's your boy Wildcard Mar. Y'all know where to find me on the Twitter page, Casey Wildcard Mar. Y'all know where to tap in with all of I.O.W Sports content, I.O.W Sports Network on all social media platforms. And of course, the YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I got to go because I got to get the kids to school. All right. And we don't play around about missing school. All right. So get educated, kids. Get educated. All right. It's educated. It's a funny word. If y'all know what I mean. Anyway, I might be too old for some of y'all. Have a great Tuesday. Phenomenal Tuesday. A great Taco Tuesday. And more than likely, y'all will see me probably in 12, 13 hours. Flapping my gums about more sports. Until then, it's been real, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know where to find me. Tap in. Hey, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Have a fantastic Taco Tuesday. I'll see y'all later on tonight.
Yeah. Silent Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. Yeah. I.O.W Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wildcard Mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wildcard Mar. We about